Have you ever felt like you didn't belong, like everyone thought you were different? This is the story of a little bird who felt exactly that, until one magical day changed everything. Once upon a time, on a peaceful farm by a shimmering lake, a mother duck sat on her nest, waiting for her eggs to hatch. One by one, crack, 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 the eggs began to open. Out popped 5 perfect little yellow ducklings, fluffy and round. The mother duck beamed with pride. But there was one last egg, the biggest one, and it still hadn't hatched. Finally, the big egg cracked open, and out tumbled a duckling that looked nothing like the others. He was bigger, scruffier, with gray feathers poking out everywhere. The other ducklings stared. The farm animals whispered. "What an ugly duckling," they said. The mother duck tried her best to love him equally, but everywhere they went, the other animals laughed. The rooster crowed at him. The hens pecked at him. Even his own brothers and sisters wouldn't play with him. "Go away. You're too ugly," they quacked. The ugly duckling's heart broke a little more each day. He tried to swim like the others, but they splashed him away. He tried to play, but they ran from him. One night, with tears in his big eyes, he made a decision. He would leave. He would find somewhere he belonged. The duckling wandered through meadows and marshes. He met wild ducks by a pond, but they didn't want him either. "You're the strangest duck we've ever seen," they said, and flew away. The little duckling kept walking, cold and alone. Autumn came, and the leaves turned gold and red. One evening, as the sun was setting, the duckling saw something that took his breath away: 3 beautiful white birds with long graceful necks, gliding across the sky. They were the most magnificent creatures he had ever seen. "I wish I could be like them," he whispered. But he shook his head sadly. Something that ugly could never be that beautiful. And so he kept walking, into the cold, dark winter. Winter was harsh. The ponds froze over. The wind was bitter. The duckling nearly froze one night, trapped in the ice. But a kind old woman found him and brought him to her warm cottage. She gave him food and a place by the fire. But even at the cottage, the old woman's cat hissed at him, and her hen clucked that he was useless. "Can you lay eggs?" asked the hen. "Can you purr?" asked the cat. "Then what good are you?" The duckling knew he didn't belong here either. So the duckling left again, out into the world. He spent the rest of winter hiding in the reeds, surviving on what little food he could find. He was lonely. He was tired. But deep inside, something told him to keep going. Spring was coming. And then, it happened. The ice melted. Flowers bloomed. The sun grew warm again. And the duckling felt something strange. His wings were growing bigger and stronger than ever before. He stretched them wide and, for the first time, he flew. He flew over fields and forests until he spotted a beautiful garden with a crystal-clear lake. And there on the water, those same magnificent white birds. His heart raced. "They'll chase me away too," he thought. "But I don't care anymore. I'd rather be near them for one moment." He landed on the water and bowed his head, waiting to be chased away. But then he saw his reflection, and he couldn't believe it. Staring back at him was not an ugly gray duckling, but a beautiful white swan. He was a swan. He had always been a swan. The other swans glided over to him, not to chase him, but to welcome him. They brushed their necks against his gently. "You're one of us," they seemed to say. Children on the shore pointed and cheered. "Look. The new swan is the most beautiful one of all." The young swan spread his wings wide and lifted his head to the sky. He had been laughed at, chased away, and left alone in the cold. But through it all, he never gave up. And now he knew, he was never ugly. He was just different. And being different was what made him beautiful. Hope you like the story. See you next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more magical stories.